One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Michie Stadium, home of the Army Black Knights. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the American, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense takes the field for the first time today. And they were in the market for a guy to make an impact on the ground, and they found him in this transfer, guys.
This was an offense that needs explosive plays, so bring this dude in at the running back position and let him go. I can't wait to see what he's able to do today.
Man, let's see if he can earn the respect of his teammates. You know, you've done this and you have experience elsewhere. Now you get to do it for your squad, for your new team, all the hype. Let's see what he's got. What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. You find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's James. There he goes. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Price. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here comes the heat. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Slams ahead. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Great job by the back on the option.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Army's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for receiver number 2. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Power football with the run. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Let's look at the big picture for Army. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
And the Black Knights will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch at the 35. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Touchdown, TCU! A great catch and run for 6.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Michigan found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage maize and blue football. Those folks in the big house won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the fullback. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Making sure the fullback gets a touch there, and good pickup there, 5 or 6.
Yeah, and he's a north-south runner. You just give this guy a little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets upfield quickly, and that guy is hard to bring down.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Here on 3rd down for this offense. They'll run the option. Quick toss. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Black Knights will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Dropping back, it's Hoover. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam, next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Across the 45. Breaks into the open. Past the 20. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And what execution by the offense. The quarterback making the right decision on the defender quickly. Get it to your running back. And how about the wide receivers and everybody else blocking in space, creating an alley so the running back can do the rest and make the huge play for the touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Final play of the quarter coming. The give to the left side. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the 2nd quarter is about to get underway. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Jackson will throw. Gets it to him on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. On the option. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. And the Black Knights will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch around the 50. And the returner is stopped. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives. Oh, he's got some space.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Makes a grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. And the Horned Frogs trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU!
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Army has it back and the offense ready to go. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge...
Turning it on! Got enough for the first down. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3-and-out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll go right back to it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Motion from the back. On 4th down, looking to pass. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides the back on the option, the give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Bringing the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
He's going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The play action fake. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Sends it back in motion. On the option. He'll toss it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Jackson gonna throw it. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing in.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got a man. It's Baker. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking downfield very late in the half. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Caught in the backfield, it's Price. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in West Point for an entertaining first half than you? And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Hudson inside venerable Nike Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half
Why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They'll run the sneak for it. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. Punt is in the air. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. The give on the option. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes.
There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. A shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Right on target this time. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Horned Frogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Look out, he's got room. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. He'll pull it on the read. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. So now it's second and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Black Knights decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Hauls it in at the 25. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Looking for a gap. It's Payne. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. And the Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Horned Frogs are on the move. Into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Duke answered the bell away from Durham today with an impressive victory. The Blue Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They're dealing with a second and long.
Let's go!
Quickly out to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Black Knights are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They want to run this quarterback. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Jackson will throw. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Now facing a third and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes a connection. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Gets the back moving. Sticks it in his belly. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Black Knights come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Quickly complete. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. A run for the quarterback. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The Black Knights are threatening on 1st and goal. Snap in the shotgun. He's moving out of the pocket. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Safe completion on the screen. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. This offense has been unable to find the end zone all day. Can they do it on 3rd and goal? Trying to barge in. Beck's going for the goal line. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Here comes the option. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? And the Horned Frogs backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Flying down the left side.
Well, the quarterback did everything right in terms of his reads on that option play. He was supposed to keep it, but he's got to do a better job of holding on to the ball. Give the defense credit for getting to him and creating the takeaway.
Now the pitch. He breaks a tackle. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Gets it out fast. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, I think the quarterback was trying to push that ball deep down the field. Nobody was open, though, so he finds his fullback for a short gain.
Gets away. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9.
This is why defensive coordinators have nightmares before playing against this specific quarterback. It's because of plays like that. What he can do to you and how he can strain and stress and hurt your defense with his ability to run the football.
The Horned Frogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
49, Army, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Goes to the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Black Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Man, he was going to get his jaw jacked. He got down just in time. The Black Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Turning it on! And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Shelton. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on first down. He wants a big play here late. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.